Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Friday, the 17th of December, 2021. As you can see here, there's a very nice chair, rocking chair. Mom had gone to a place and had ordered 3 of these chairs. And so I had to go over and pick them up when they were ready. And so we had asked Heather, did you want a chair as well? And she said, well, yeah. So I ordered another chair for Heather. And so I just picked that up today. They had to build it, so they got it ready. So I figured I would show you this rocking chair. Heavy duty, very, very solid. It's really a nice rocking chair. And like I said, it's Amish built, so you know it's built right. And to last, which is what we're looking for. And so that is the rocking chair. So Heather and I just went over and we picked that up, just brought it home. So that's going to go into the greenhouse with the other 3 chairs, and they will be ready to rock and roll in the spring. All right, so, oh, look who's here. Imagine that. So anyway, I want to show you this. We have absolutely clear blue, beautiful skies today, which is nice. Let me see if she wants to go in. You want to go in, baby girl? Do you? Come on. Gonna go in? Gonna go in? No? I guess not. Alright, so anyway, before we get started in this video, and so like I said, I'll show you this way here too. Just absolutely gorgeous, beautiful skies today, blue skies. So it is probably in the mid 40s, low 40s today, so it's not like super warm, but it's, you know, it's deceiving with the sun. It feels better than it is. I have to split up some more kindling for both places today, more fire starter stuff. The kindling, the smaller stuff, we got plenty of that, but I will split up some more of the intermediate wood that we will use for both places. So I'm going to be doing that after I make this video for you guys. Alright, so before we get into the video even further, I want to remind you, I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m., so I would encourage you all to join us then for that. Hopefully we'll have a good discussion, and we will go from there. I got to wind up this, oh my God, I'm like absolutely going blank, hose. I'm going to wind up that hose, get this one wound up as well, before the weather turns bad again, and get this one wound up and put away. When I need to use the hose, I'll pull it out to add water, to the holding tank for us. So real quick, I want to, again, I'm going to get into the topic, I swear to you, and just give me a moment. I wanted to see where we're at this point in the day in the solar room here. We are pulling in 1.5 kilowatt hours on this side. We're pulling in 850 watts on this side. So really good production coming in. And the batteries are charging. They are at 26.37. So really good that way. So doing very well, which I kind of figured with straight sunshine. I like when we get days, especially this time of year when we get the sunshine out. It just makes such a difference. We obviously then don't have to use the generator as much to supplement the power, so that is always a nice thing as well. So any decent days in this time of year is always a good thing. So anyway, let's get into the topic of this video now that we have been BSing for what, 4 or 5 minutes. It happens, guys. I do. There's other things I want to share with you too, right? So I was thinking about this the other day, and this is kind of important. I think it's actually something, and I've been contemplating this, and I've been talking with my other group members that are going to be part of what I'm going to be doing in West Virginia. So what we've been talking about, and because of our current unstable weather that we've been having all over the country, what I had talked to them about was having something underground. I think that if you can do it, now obviously If you live in a floodplain, you can't really have something underground. But you could definitely build something, and we're going to talk about that in a moment here. All right, but where I'm at in West Virginia, I'm absolutely high elevation. I kind of showed you where we're going to be digging in to make a root cellar. I think that if you can do it, and it doesn't have to be something that's going to cost a tremendous amount of money, but if you can have a root cellar of some sort or a storm shelter, you know, like especially if you are in Tornado Alley or have an opportunity or being in a place where there is a possibility where a tornado can hit, I definitely think that you should really look at getting something underground for several reasons, okay? I saw comments that people had made, and one of the things that people had said was, well, you know, you prep, and then a storm comes like that, and everything is destroyed, and then you're starting all over again, which is a fantastic point. I mean, you know, if, you know, we had a tornado come through here and, you know, take out that building, and take out that building, and take out the building over there, the greenhouse, the wood, or the battery room, Becky's place, my place, we'd be in pretty rough shape. We would be in really, really rough shape. Because, you know, the amount of supplies that we have, and, you know, and trying to survive and do what we need to do, and then have something like that happen, that would absolutely be devastating. But if you have something underground, now I had originally, when I was talking about staying here long term, going into the hill, right? So that was going to be one of the things that I definitely wanted to do, was to go into the hill and build a root cellar. Because once you have something underground, once you are under the frost line, and depending on what part of the country you're in, would depend on how far you would go down. Here where we are, I think it's about 3 feet that you have to go down. So once you're 3 foot underground, you know, you're talking about a constant temperature of 58 degrees. So absolutely perfect temperature to have your supplies, your canning stuff, any of that type of thing, you know, that your canned goods, your cans, you know, that you have from, you know, for like soup or whatever the case may be, canned goods. You can have them underground. You could have your freeze-dried food underground. All those things could be stored then in that type of shelter, because it's going to be a long-term situation where it's going to always be 58 degrees. So you don't have to worry about temperature swings or anything like that. Now, obviously, you're going to want to make something that is not going to be leaky, and you're not going to, you know, you want to make sure that it's rodent proof, so that something doesn't dig through the wall and come and start eating all your supplies. So, you know, depending on what you were going to be building and stuff like that. I was actually thinking of a concrete bunker type of situation here, you know, in New York. And I definitely plan on having something in West Virginia, and I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do it yet. I want to have an underground freezer as well. But you know, I saw online, and it was a picture of people that had like a storm shelter, okay, storm shelter. And it literally was big enough, they lifted this hatch, and you could sit like 3 or 4 people in this little thing, and then put the lid down in case there was a tornado or something like that. And I thought to myself, I'm like, you know, that is not even close to being able to be ready to deal with something. If you have a prolonged event, you know, and say your things are all destroyed, your home is just, excuse me, your home is destroyed or something to that effect, what are you going to do then? So to have something where you can have supplies, where you can have blankets and lights and lanterns and whatever, you know, sleeping arrangements or whatever you needed to do, if you had to utilize that for a longer term event. Again, the weather has been so volatile. So if you are in an area where you can do some kind of storm shelter, a root cellar, whatever title you want to put on it, but have an area that you can go underground to have things stored there, to be able to keep that constant temperature, of 58 degrees, it is definitely very advantageous to do so, because again, then we never know, guys. Even here in New York, we have had, a couple tornadoes touch down. A lot of times they call them something else, but, these things do happen. And so you just never know. And, so far I've been very fortunate that it has not affected me, which I'm, very grateful for that. But, like I said, again, you just never know. So having something that you can have underground is a smart thing to do. And again, it doesn't have to cost a tremendous amount of money. But even like if you were going to build a something with sandbags, use it part of a hill or something like that, something that you could use as, like if you were in a floodplain. Obviously, you're not going to want to really dig underground if you're in a floodplain, because if the flooding happens, then you're screwed anyway. But if you were able to do that in an area where you live, where you could put in some kind of a root cellar or a storm shelter or something that you can keep supplies there, stay out of the weather, be able to realize that I can go here and I could survive for an extended period of time, that is a smart thing to do. And like I said, I know that for my situation in West Virginia, I absolutely plan on going underground and having a place where we can store food, where we can do a underground freezer with no electricity and all those type of things as well. So that is definitely something that we will be working on down there. I actually was looking online, and I was looking at jackhammers, and they actually have a gas-powered jackhammer for like $359. So I was looking at that and I was thinking, that might be something that I'm going to need to add on to, and get. But I think that would be, a awesome way, because you're not relying on an electric one, and as long as you have gas, you're going to be able to run that jackhammer. So depending on how much gas you have on hand, of course, and those type of things as well. But once you're, like I said, again, once you get under that frost line, guys, you're going to be in such a better situation, because it don't matter how cold it is outside, or it doesn't matter how hot it is outside. Once you're under that frost line and you got that build, or your shelter in place, it's always going to be cool under there. So even if it is 110 degrees outside and you're like, well, let's go under and expand our shelter, you can do that. It doesn't matter if you got 2 foot of snow on the ground. Once you're under that frost line, again, once you've dug down and got that started, doesn't matter what time of year it is, you can get under there and you can work, and you'll be in a t-shirt. So, you might have a sweatshirt on until you get really going, and then you're going to get hot, but it's going to be cooler, it's going to be better, for working under there. So it's something that I want you guys to think about. I definitely want to hear your feedback. What do you think of a storm shelter, a bomb shelter, if you want to call it that, or, a root cellar that can be doubled as living quarters in a worst case scenario? You know what, guys, the unknowns with the weather and the way the weather is getting more extreme, very scary. And I know on some of you we're going to talk about HARP and all that. Whoever you want to blame it on, I don't, whatever. But to me, hedging your bets, planning ahead, being properly prepared, it incorporates so many aspects. Again, a tremendous amount of layers of things that you can do to be ready. And, again, having something underground, again, that you can either use as a root cellar or a place to store things. Don't matter how high the winds are blowing above ground. If you have an underground shelter, it's not going to matter. So something to think about. But I definitely want to hear your feedback on this topic. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I look forward to hearing from you. Real quick, I want to talk about my website, preppernurse1.com. We have the Prepper Nurse 1 community there, which is a resource that we have set up for you guys to connect with like-minded people. I would encourage you to take advantage of that. It is free to join, but you do have to register. And again, like I said, it doesn't cost anything. No credit card information is asked at all. Go in there, check out the message boards, check out people from your state or your country, and definitely take advantage of that. Also, we have the Forefathers, which is the CBD and hemp store. If you go to the website, preppernurse1.com, you will see the Forefathers logo. You click on that, it will take you to their website. When you're over there, if you decide to make a purchase on their website, when you check out, make sure you use the discount code PrepperNurse1. All right, so definitely take advantage of that as well. Last thing, we have the Legacy freeze-dried food on my website. So if you go to my main page, preppernurse1.com, you see the store, you click on that, it will drop down and you'll see Legacy Foods. You click on the Legacy Foods, it will take you to the store within the website. What we have available is there. Definitely take advantage of that as well. 25-year shelf life, GMO free. Gluten options are also available for people that need that. It is vegetarian, but beef and chicken options are available as well. All right, guys, so I'm going to jump off here for now. Please join me tonight at 8 p.m. for the live stream. We will have a good discussion, and I look forward to seeing everybody then. I hope your week has been great. Now it is time for the weekend, so amazing how fast the time flies, I'll be honest with you. So, Goliath is like, excuse me, I am still the boss. And Foghorn Leghorn's like, let me just get away from him, and he's like stalking him right now, watch. So, and he's going to make his exit and say, I'll go over here, so hopefully he doesn't bother me, and here he comes. Oh no, let me go inside. He says, oh, they're so fun. They're so fun to watch. Anyway, guys, remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race, and as soon as people figure that out, we will be in much, much better shape. If we can work together, it's going to be much, much better. We got to stop letting them manipulate us, though. That's the number one thing. Remember also to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important to tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to accomplish, whatever you are trying to do, you can do it. The only person that can stop you from achieving your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay positive. Stay away from negative people telling you what you cannot do, and you can get anything done. Set your goals and then set about to making them happen. And set realistic goals. All right? I will see you all later. I hope everybody has a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now. I'm going to go check for eggs. So you'll have to wait till tonight to see that.